Welcome back to class. Let's go and bow in. Cheer up. Kanye. Let's start off by just jogging in place. Try to get your legs moving relatively fast, so don't just do a slow jog. Try to bring them up fast. You can start moving your arms some. Try to raise your knees up higher. We're going to go heels to our glutes, or you can touch your heels if you'd like. Trying to warm up our hamstrings. We're going to do leg crosses. Try to keep up the pace. Try to move fast. Make sure to keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Good. Now we're going to do our running step. So we're just going to step, step really fast. We're not turning our hips all the way like we would with a regular step. We're just going to go real fast with it from one side, and then we're going to come right back to the other side. Ready? Go. Try and face the other way. Ready? Go. Go. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Go. 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 Each time you turn, you should have a different lead leg. Go. 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 Take a breath in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Socket stretch. Bouncing with this. Other side, socket stretch. Stretching those hip adductors. Turn the heel. Stretch your hip flexor. Still having that bounce. We're getting that dynamic stretch. Warm up with it. Other side. Sit down on one foot. We're going to do a single leg hamstring stretch. We're still bouncing. Other side. Stand up. Sparring stance. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a rear leg kick to a front leg kick. So we're going to do it first with our front snap kick. So our back leg is going to do front snap kick, and I set it down in front, and then as soon as it touches the ground in the front, I'm going to kick and bring it right back behind me towards the rear. Ready? And it. Kick, kick. Do. Kick, kick. Try to keep up the pace. Set. Nip. Yes. Yes. You good? Bounce. Get over. Up. Yeah. Switch. Same thing, other leg. Ready? And here. Do. Set. Net. This one. Yes, one. This is good. Make sure you're breathing. Hiro. Upper arms are relaxed. Ahub. Yul. Take a breath in and out. Breathe in and out. Make sure each time that we throw this kick, we're exhaling. All right, now we're gonna do the exact same thing, but we're gonna move on to our roundhouse kick. So nothing's different, starting with the back leg. Kick roundhouse kick, set it down, kick roundhouse kick, bring it back. Ready? And in. Two. Set. Net. Bounce in. Yes. Yes. You good? Hiro. Ahub. Yul. Take a breath in, switch sides. Ready? Same thing. And here. Three. Just barely let your foot touch the ground and pop right back up for another kick. Set. Net. Listen. Yes. Is good? Hiro. Ahub. Yul. Breathe in and out. And we've got one more. Can you guess what kick we're going to do it with? Hopefully you said side kick. Now, same thing with our side kick. After that first kick, we just barely want to touch the ground and then come right back for another kick. This one's going to be the most difficult to bring it back afterwards. It's okay if you lose your balance, just try to bring it back. Ready? And there. Two. Make sure we get that hip twist in. Set. Keep breathing. Net. Keep bouncing. Yes. Yes. Make sure we're looking over our shoulder. Good. Hiro. I don't want you looking under your shoulder. Look down it. Ahub. Yul. Breath in and out. We're gonna do the same thing, other side. Get ready. And it. Yul. Set. Net. Listen. Yes. Feel good? Hiro. Ahub. Yul. Breathe in and out. By now you guys should be sweating. If you're not sweating, you're probably not working hard enough. Put power, put energy, put speed into these. Make sure we're breathing the whole time. So next we're going to cover how to do a technical stand-up. So technical stand-up is whenever you have fallen down and you're on the ground for whatever reason. When we're on the ground like this, one thing we don't ever want is we don't want our backs flat on the ground. Never a good thing. So as soon as we fall down, boom, we're going to go right to one side. I pop up on my elbow. See how I'm on my elbow? I'm not on my shoulder. I go from my back to my shoulder to my elbow. Right here. Notice this other hand is up. It's blocking. I can still see, but my chin is tucked behind my shoulder. This hand's blocking to be able to block if they're throwing a kick. Punches, probably not going to throw punches. They're probably going to be throwing kicks unless they're trying to fall down on top of you. Here. So with our technical stand-up, what we're going to do is we're going to try to pop up onto our hand. So remember, as we go here, boom, go onto your elbow. Hand is going to be the last step. We're going to raise our hip up off the ground, and we're going to move back just like this. If we can, we want to try to gain distance. So see this foot right here is on this line. When I move back, I go up. See how far the line is? It's possible that your opponent is still trying to close in. It's very likely that your opponent is still trying to close in on top of you. So we want to be able to create that distance. We're getting back as we're doing this. So let's do this a few times. You start, just roll down right here. You're going to go here. So this is what I want you to practice first. We're going to go one side, and we're going to go to the other side. We're on our back. We're going to go onto our shoulder, onto our elbow, onto our palm, and we're going to raise our hip up off the ground. Then we're going to sit back down. We're going to go shoulder, elbow, palm, hip up off the ground. So I want you doing this along with me. One side, other side. We want it to be a smooth rolling motion. Just like this. I roll shoulder, elbow, palm, hip up off the ground. Keep practicing this along with me. We're going to go one side, and right back to the other side. Make sure we're getting our hip up off the ground. Keep going. Good. So now we're going to go over some of the self-defenses. So these ones take place whenever our opponent has knocked us onto the ground. So the first one, as soon as we get on the ground, we're going to raise up just like this. And the first one we're going to do what's called a knee stomp. So knee stomp, we usually use it while standing up, but I'm going to imagine my opponent is standing right in front of me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to raise my hip up, and I'm going to throw my hip forward, and I'm going to use the bottom of my foot, and I'm going to kick right at their knee. And I'm going to come right back with it towards the back to stand up. So one thing we have to realize is whenever we have an opponent here, we have two legs that we can attack with. We can kick with this top leg. You might be using this at first, especially if they're trying to circle around. You might be kicking here, kick here. When it's time to do this self-defense, what we're going to do is we're going to plant the top leg. We're going to kick the bottom leg right at their knee, and we're going to scoop it back all the way back behind us, and we're going to stand up and get back into the fight. So let's go ahead and practice this all on one side. I'm going to use my right arm as my standing arm at first. If you want to mirror me, then you can go ahead and use your left arm as your standing arm. So we're on our back, we fell, whatever happened, we get onto our side. Maybe we have to kick a few times to keep them back away from us. Plant the top leg, kick, and bring it all the way back behind us. Getting back up. Good. Again, we fell. We get onto our side, we kick, we do whatever we need to, maybe circle around. We knee stomp with the bottom leg, and we bring it back as I'm moving back to create that distance. I fell, boom. I get onto my side, I'm covering my face, I kick, I do whatever I need to, I circle around, I kick my knee stomp, I bring it back, my hands are still up, I get back into a standing position, ready to fight. A few more times, I fall down, boom. I get onto my side, get onto my palm. I can kick if I need to. It tends to be a little bit easier to kick when I'm on my elbow. It's very difficult to get up when you're on your elbow. So palm is going to be better for getting up. Palm is also better for this bottom leg kick to get back up into our standing. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go on to our other side. We're going to do the exact same thing. So I fell down. Here, I raise up. I'm on my elbow first. I'm kicking. Boom. I pop on my palm. I do my knee stomp, and I get back up. Fall down. Boom. Get onto your side. Kick. Circle around. Do whatever you need to. Keep them in front of you. Don't let them get behind you or to the side of you. Plant that leg. Pop onto that palm. Kick. Bring it all the way back behind you. Stand back up. You fell down. Boom. We get onto our side. Kick. Circle. Circle. Plant. Knee stomp. Bring it back. So when we're doing this knee stomp, what we want to do is we want to aim. So right here's my knee, right? I want to aim right underneath the kneecap. You don't want to aim above the kneecap because it's just going to glance off. What we're trying to do, we want their knee, the ideal version is their knee goes straight back like this. We hyperextend their knee. Is that going to happen? It's possible. Is it always going to happen? No. Maybe their knees turn this way slightly. We kick. Well, their knee's going to bend. They're going to go with it, especially if you put a lot of power into it. They're not going to fight that because they can tear ligaments. Same thing. If their knee's slightly pointed the other direction and they kick, it's going to end up forcing a bend in their knee, turning this way. If they turn away from you, well, that's your perfect opportunity to stand back up and get back into the fight. So we're going to do it 2 more times on this side. We're on the ground. Boom, pop up onto the elbow. Kick, circle around, do whatever you need to. Boom, knee stomp, get back up, create that space. 1 more. I'm on the ground. Boom, I'm covering my head. I'm kicking. I plant. I kick. And I stand up. So that's going to be the first self-defense for this level. Now I'm going to move on to the second one. All 3 of these are going to be done from the same position where we're on the ground. For this next one, we're on the ground just like this. What we're going to do is we're going to do a round kick stand up. So it's going to look like this. I'm going to go from one side to the other side. My hands come in the way. I kick, and I'm going to end up standing right back up. So let's break this down a little bit. I fell, right? Boom. I want to get, this is usually my position that I'm going to be in. Just it's more of a protective position for me. It's going to be easier for me to do whatever it is, whether I'm doing my technical stand-up, I'm doing a knee stomp, I'm kicking. Here, whenever I decide to do a round kick stand-up, I'm going to bring, so I usually have this leg, my lower leg further out, and my upper leg bent in, and that helps with my technical stand-up. This one's going to be kind of opposite. I'm going to switch. I'm going to go from one side to the other side. Notice how my hand is still up, protecting me. I want to carry this momentum with me as I can put both my hands on the ground to stand up, or I can only put one on the ground. Either way. But I'm here, I switch, I kick all the way around. Are you going to be able to hit somebody with this kick? Yes. Are you going to knock somebody out with this kick? Probably not. Are you going to do something that they don't kind of understand what's happening, and so they move away from you? That's probably what's going to happen. So, yes, I'm going to aim at their head. Maybe I'll kick them in the head. Maybe I'll get lucky. Probably I'm not. What's going to happen, though, is they're going to see this weird motion where my foot is coming at their face after I was just on the ground. That's going to have them like, whoa, what's going on? They're going to back up, and now I'm standing again. And that's the whole idea with this. If you hit them, that's awesome. If you don't hit them, oh well, you're back up. You can fight again. So let's practice this a few times. We're going to start on one side. So I'm going to start with my right arm down in my normal technical stand-up position. I'm going to switch my feet, hands, just go all the way across to the other side. And notice how I'm sitting. My shoulder's not close to the ground. My back's not close to the ground. I'm completely sitting on my butt. That's what I want you to do. At that point, we're up. We switch. I pop my hip up, and I kick. And I bring my leg all the way back behind me, and now I'm back into this stance. Fighting stance, whatever stance you want to get back up into. The whole idea is to get back up. Again, I'm on my right side at first. Boom. Maybe I started on my back. I popped up on my right side. I switch my feet. I raise my hips up. So when you get this palm on the ground, raise your hips up. Kick. Bring it all the way over and get back up into your stance. Boom. Go back down. Come up onto one side. Switch your feet. Sit up. Kick. Boom. We fell down. Our back started on the ground. We turn all the way to one side. I realize, hey, I can do this one. Switch, kick, and I'm back up on my feet. One more time on this side. I'm laying down. I pop up. I'm on my elbow. I switch my feet. I move my hand. I put my weight all into my hand. One thing I want you guys doing, one thing I don't want you guys doing is doing this. Going onto your fingertips or right here. This happens a lot. I want a full flat palm. Don't just go up onto these knuckles right here and your thumb. So here, switch our feet, step, kick, get back up, get ready to fight, do whatever it is that you're gonna do. Now we're gonna do the same thing onto the other side. Boom, I'm here. Now, I'm going to switch my feet as I sit up, switch my hands. I'm going with this bottom foot. I'm not going on the top of my foot. I'm going onto the ball of my foot as I do this. Kick, stand back up. Notice how that leg is all the way in the back. I get back up. I fall down. I go to one side, my recovered position. Boom. Now I'm going to sit up, switch my feet, kick, come all the way back up. Here, onto the side. Boom. Switch my feet. Raise my hip up off the ground. This is very important. If you try to get up like this, good luck. It's not going to happen. We want to get onto here, and we want to put all of our weight. We want to practice throwing that hip up into the air. Boom. So we're pressing off this leg and throw it all the way over. Get back up. Fall down. Boom. Get to a recovery position. Here. I pop up. I switch my feet. I go onto the ball of my foot. My hip raises all the way up. I kick, and I come back up into my fighting stance. One more time. I'm on this side. Boom. I pop up. Remember, we're usually going to start flat on our back. Tends to be how you fall, land. So you pop up onto that elbow. Boom. We're going to switch our feet onto the palm. Don't go onto the elbow and then try to go in the palm on the other side. Just plant that palm already. Raise the hip. Kick. And get back up. Now, we're going to move on to our third one. So, our third one is kind of they're in closer to us. So we're going to have to turn them or hopefully hyperextend and break their knee. Might happen, might not happen. Remember, there's so many different situations that this could work or it could not work. And that's how everything is. You have to be able to adjust and flow. So, I fell down, right? I'm here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook the back. I'm going to hook behind their leg, right here on their Achilles tendon. That's where I want the top of my foot. My other one, I'm going to kick. When I do this, I'm going to push and I'm pulling. Just like this. So, things that could happen. Perfect world. I pull right there, and I kick right here. I hyperextend or just make them fall right down. Perfect world. Is it going to happen? Possibly. Is it always going to happen? No. Something that could happen. Their leg is slightly inwards. I push and I kick. Now their knee turned, just like this. They're facing away from me. Perfect opportunity for me to get up. Their knee is slightly turned outwards. Pull, push, they fall in here. Worst case scenario, they don't fall at all. Then you just have to get up, you have to do something else, we have to adjust. So those are kind of what could happen with this one. Remember, anything can happen in a fight. Anything. So you try something, if it doesn't work, you immediately go to something else. Don't try, well, they said this would work, and you try it 5 times while you're getting kicked. Don't do that. If it doesn't work the first time, move on to something else. Maybe move back to it after later, you try the other one. Maybe go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and just go through these. Don't try to do the same thing over and over. They're going to figure out what you're trying to do, and it's not going to work. So, we fell down. Boom. We get into our position right here. This one's going to be done onto your elbow. You're going to push, pull. Boom. Just like this. Then we're going to plant that leg, and we're going to stand right up. The whole idea of these are to get back up. So I fall down. I get onto my side. I'm on my elbow. Kick. Boom. Maybe they're right here. I have to turn, and I kick. I plant, and I get back up. Fall down. Get onto your side. Sometimes you can just roll back, right back up, and get into this position. Sometimes you can't. You just have to go all the way to the side. Maybe they're already starting to kick you. Boom. Wherever they're at. If they're over there, maybe they're over there. Turn. Push, pull. Plant. Kick back. Get back up. One more on the side. Boom, I'm on my side. My opponent is right here. I turn. Boom. I sweep that leg. Kick. Plant. Stand back up. Now we're going to go to the other side. Sit down. Boom. Pop up onto our elbow. We're going to, with the bottom leg, pull. With the top leg, side kick. That's all it is, it's side kick. The push is a side kick. Here, I plant. I pop up onto my palm. I move back and get back into fighting position. I'm standing up again, whatever's happening. Fall down. Boom. Get onto your side. Push, pull. Plant. Palm up. Kick. Stand all the way back up with that technical stand-up. Fall onto my side. Or on my back. Go onto my side. Boom. Maybe they're over here. I hook it. Boom. I kick. Boom. Kick. Plant. Pop up onto the palm. Step back. If I can, I want to step back and move back. That move back is generated by this top leg. As this one's coming here, I'm just going to explode off this to try to get some distance. I don't know about you, but I always feel kind of ninja when I stand up from these. Pop up onto the side, scoop, push, pull, plant, stand back up. One more time. I fall down, boom. I get onto my side. I scoop behind their leg. I kick. Remember, we're kicking right underneath the kneecap. I plant the leg that kicked, and I get right back up. So those are going to be a few self-defenses for if we fall down and we need to get back up. Now we're going to practice our Poomsae, Taegeuk Jang. So, tray up, 준비. Look left, low block. Front snap kick, forward stance, double punch. Remember, we end opposite hand and foot. Turn, other direction, low block. Walking stance. Front snap kick. 1, 2 punches. Look left. Right hand makes a knife hand right behind my ear. Left foot goes to the front. Knife hand middle block. 2, knife hand middle block. From here, what we're going to do, the hand that's in front, it should be your left hand, is going to make an X crossing over on the outside of your other arm. Now, our back foot is going to come up, look to the left, out into a back stance. As soon as we plant that, we're going to do a knife hand, outside block. This one we want our fingertips shoulder level, right about shoulder level. We're in our back stance, which means our heels are on the same line. From here, we're going to make a fist. Our front leg, our left leg, is going to move off to the side. We're going to move into a forward stance as we do a rear arm punch, right to the center of the chest. Now, our right leg, our back leg is going to move back as my right hand makes a knife hand, create that X, go into our back stance, knife hand outside block. Same thing, fingertips, shoulder level. Make a fist, step over, punch. Left hand punch, right to the center. Make sure our shoulders are squared, knee is bent, back leg is straight. From here, our right hand goes behind our ear. Left foot comes up to the front, turn, middle block. Straighten the arm, other arm comes behind your ear, step forward, middle block. That's all we're going to do for right now. Try up, Junbei. Look left, low block left. Front snap kick, 1, 2, double punch. Look right, low block. Front snap kick, 1, 2, forward stance, double punch. Right hand makes a knife hand middle block. Opposite hand and foot. Step forward, knife hand middle block. Left hand goes towards the outside, left hand's a knife hand. Left foot comes up, out. Back stance. Knife hand, outside block. Other hand is right here at your belt. Now we're going to make a fist, step over, turn our hips, punch. Now, the back leg is going to move, and I'm going to pivot. Right hand, knife hand, outside block. Back stance. We're in a left back stance. Hand comes over, punch. Right hand comes behind, back foot comes to the front, so the left foot's in front, opposite hand and foot, middle block. Step forward, middle block. Good. Now I'm going to do it from the back angle. Chair up, Junbei. Look left, low block. Front snap kick, land, 1, 2. Right hand on top, turn, right hand low block. Front snap kick, 1, 2. Remember, we end opposite hand and foot. Right hand goes behind the ear, making that knife hand. Middle block. Opposite hand and foot. Step forward, knife hand middle block. Back foot comes up and out into a back stance as we do a left knife hand outside block. Fingertips, shoulder level. Make a fist, turn your hips as we throw this punch. Right to the center, your hand punch. The hand that just punched is going to make a knife hand, making that X. Back foot turns, pivot, back stance, knife hand outside block. Front foot steps over, turn your hips with this punch, punch, right to the center. Right hand, behind the ear, middle block. Step forward, middle block. Row. Do the same thing. Trip. Junbei. Look left, low block. Front snap kick, 1, 2. Look right, low block. Front snap kick, 1, 2. Knife hand, middle block. Right hand, step forward, knife hand, middle block. Look, feet together, out, back stance, knife hand, outside block. Make fist, turn your hips, punch. Right hand goes onto the outside, back foot moves towards the front now, knife hand, outside block. Turn, punch. Right hand, middle block. Step forward, middle block. Bro. Good. Now we're going to do a few more kicks. So what we're going to do next is we're going to do our front snap kick with a side kick right afterwards. So we're going to go one way, and then we're going to come right back the other direction. So I'm starting with my back leg, my right leg, so I'm going to kick front snap kick. I'm going to set it down in front. I'm going to do side kick. I'm going to set it down in front. I'm going to turn, face the other direction. Now I'm going to kick with my left leg first. Same thing. Front snap kick, side kick. Set it down and turn. Ready? One count is going to be 2 kicks. Front snap kick, side kick. front snap kick, side kick. Set. Net. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is it good? You know. Uh-huh. Yul. Good. We're going to do 10 more of the exact same thing. I want you kicking with the ball of the foot for that front snap kick, and I want to make sure that you're turning those hips the last second in those side kicks. Ready? And there. Two. Make sure you re-chamber. Set. Net. Try to keep up. Nice one. Yes one. You good? You know. Uh-huh. Yul. Take a breath in and out. Breathe in and out. Next one we're going to do, we're going to start with a rear leg. We're going to kick, roundhouse kick. We're going to set it down. We're going to look over our shoulder, back kick. Now, when I do this back kick, I'm going to kick, boom. I'm going to rechamber it, and I'm just going to set it right down so I'm already facing the other direction. I'm going to do the exact same thing onto the other side. So, you ready? Start with whatever leg you want in the rear. And there. Roundhouse kick, set it down in front, turn, back kick. Make sure we are looking when we do that back kick. Roundhouse kick, look, back kick. Set. Net. Listen. Yes, sir. Is it good? You know. Uh-huh. Yul. Keep going. Yana. Yudul. You'll set. You'll net. You'll that's it. You'll yes it. You'll good. You know. Yahoo. Smooth. Take a breath in and out. Breathe in and out. Now, for the conditioning portion, what we're going to do is we're going to do push-ups and we're going to do planks. So, what I want you doing is we're going to start off with 30 push-ups. Might take a bit. 30 push-ups. Then we're going to go on to 30-second plank, 20 push-ups, 20-second plank, 10 push-ups, 10-second plank. So, this is going to be end up doing 60 push-ups. If you don't do push-ups very often, it could be kind of difficult. I personally don't do push-ups that often. So hopefully you're about at the same speed as me. If not, just try to keep up. Try to keep up. I'm going to count out all of mine. So we're going to start off, push-up position, hands down. Remember, when we're doing this, make sure we're not sticking our butt up in the air or head down. We want to have a nice relaxed head. You don't have to look all the way up and hurt your neck. But we're going to go down and then up. There's multiple ways you can do your push-ups. You can go wide arm push-ups. You can go where there's a 45-degree angle. That's the one I prefer the most. You can go tight elbows. So if your chest starts getting real tired, go tight elbows, start using your triceps. Up to you, whichever one you want to do. Let's go ahead and get started. Hands down. Ready? begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 10 more, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Hold the top position. If you're not done yet, keep going, keep going. Everyone else, hold the top position. Breathe, breathe. Next thing we're gonna do is our planks. So, planks, we're gonna go onto our elbows. Just like this. You can put your hands however you want, whether you want them up, you want them down. Same thing, just like our push-ups, we don't want our butt up in the air. We want a straight line on our back. Keep it flat. We're trying to engage our abs. We're gonna go ahead, and we're gonna start, we're gonna do 30 seconds. Get ready, set, go. Make sure we're breathing. Keep your abs engaged. Point of this is to not let yourself fall down. Keep it tight, keep it tight. Keep holding it, keep holding it. Only 10 more seconds. We're almost done with this one. These ones are easy. The push-ups are the hard ones. And stop. Take a breath. You guys almost ready to do more push-ups? Hopefully you're doing these with me. Try to keep at the same pace as me if you can. When you hear me counting, try to push it a little bit faster if you need to. Still making sure that we're doing good form though. Ready? We're gonna do 20 push-ups. Get ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway there. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hold it. Hold it. Good. Now, we're going to do 20 seconds for planks. Same thing just like before. Right on your elbows. Engage those abs. Get ready. And go. Make sure we're breathing. Don't put your butt up in the air. Keep it straight. Flat back. Don't hold your breath. Keep going. Few seconds left. And time. Good. Now, we've only got 10 push-ups left. So, we got this. Ready? And set. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And now we just got 10 seconds of planks left. Ready? And go. Keep your butt down. We're almost done. It's already almost done. And time. Good job. Now, so you're probably feeling a little bit in your chest from push-ups, especially if you don't do push-ups very often. If you do push-ups all the time, then I'm sure that was nothing for you. But if you don't do them very often, you're probably feeling it. So we're going to do a chest stretch. When we do this, notice my thumb is going to be pointed up. My fingers are going to be out. I'm going to put it right onto the wall. Try to put it same level as your shoulder. Try not to go down too low or up too high. Here. And now, with the other hand, we're just going to open up, just like this. You should feel it in your bicep and in your pec. Should be on this one right here, the one that's touching the wall. Take a few breaths in. Take some deep breaths with this. Now we're going to do the same thing onto the other side. Remember, fingers are pointed out like this. Don't point them up, point them out. Put those fingers on the wall. Other hand, open. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. In and out. Good. Now, socket stretch. Remember, this is a static hold. We're not bouncing with this one. Switch sides. Whoop. It's slippery on my mats. I almost fell right into the splits. Make sure you don't do that, because that one can hurt you. Hopefully, your mats are a little bit slippery too, or whatever you're training on, because you're sweating. Want to make sure that we're sweating. Make sure that you're putting energy in with all of these classes. Don't just go through the motions. You need to put effort. If you really want to get better, put that effort into each and every class. You should be sweating by the end of it. Now we're going to go ahead and rotate. Make sure that back heel is pointed off the ground. We're going to try to push our hips down to the ground. You should be feeling it right here in your hip flexor and a little bit on your hamstring of the other leg. Make sure we breathe in. Each and every time. Switch. Same thing. Deep breaths. They're going to help you relax more, and you're going to be able to go a little bit further. No shallow breathing. A few more seconds. Drop that back knee down. Plant your hand. Reach. Grab the toes and start pulling it in. And switch sides. Make our tripod. 1, 2, 3. Back. Grab the foot. Bring it in. Now we're going to face front. And we're going to split. Try to go down as far as you can. Take some deep breaths in. Pick a side. Put one arm over that leg and go down as far as you can. And switch sides. Deep breaths. Stand up. Hip twist. Hope you enjoyed that class. Have a great rest of your day. Cheerio up and kunye.